East trade they encountered in Siam is where tomback material was first seen by a British.
Who could that be? Hello? Phil Gaver, hey, nice to have you to call. What's going on? Yes, it was Phil Gaver, and he mentioned that if everything went all right with his operation, his very, very serious neck operation, that he'd try to come up, in the spring, finally ended up being the summer, but we would do a hunt with Greg Shipley. Well, it finally ended up being the end of June with Phil's recovery, and he was able to get hold of Greg, and Greg agreed that we would meet this past weekend. So here it is, how things went down this past weekend. Say hi, Phil Gaver. Well, since we got the COVID, we have to do this. There you go. God bless you, brother. Let me see your neck. We got to do the pinpointer thing, don't we? Yeah. Well, say you're all healed up. Yeah. Listen to that. I bet your neck can't do that. Just close your eyes. Hold out your hands. There you go. Terminator 2.
Oh, this is the one I wanted.
I know it. I made you up one special.
I like that one over all the feathers one. I said, yeah.
Now, somebody, if not you, somebody in the family has to learn to throw that so I can see it on video. You got somebody down there to throw it, or you think you can throw it?
I don't think my wife could throw it.
Don't you think she could?
Unless she's mad at me, she might throw it.
If that was our tree, we'd try it. But.
Yeah, there you go. Well, that's pretty. Is that hickory?
No, it's honeysuckle.
Oh, honeysuckle.
Look at the bottom of it. See the hole that goes through the middle?
Yeah.
I guess that's what makes it a bush and not a tree.
Wow. I'll put some good news on your video. The man that lives over here was telling me when they hauled this house out, he says, you're going to probably find money. I go, why is that? And he goes, that house is full of pennies and stuff.
Isn't that something?
And he said, they didn't have much, but he said, they sure did have a lot of pennies in that house. Bought the place in 1931, and this was here before that house was.
Oh, say.
I didn't know.
It looks nice and brittle.
Yeah, I didn't know if you could do anything with it. There's a couple broken arrowheads in there.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you could doctor them up or what.
It's got a nice ring to it.
So.
Well, thank you, Phil Gaver.
You're welcome.
I'll try to make something. Piece of iron, yeah. I didn't have
like
my iron. I didn't turn my iron audio on. Strap hinge, yeah. Well, we'll make a Tommy Hawk out of it. My first complete compact, and it's a big one, but look, whack. Don't hear any money. I think we got a bridle rosette here, and it's actually lead. I don't see the fasteners, but I just don't know what else it would be. So I'm just thrilled with that. Right here, about 4 inches down, it rang like solid 68, so I was, of course, hoping maybe for gold, but
Yeehaw.
Yeah, there we go. So we have it. Dime.
Right down a dime.
Yeah.
Clad.
Mostly 82, 83, so I kind of assumed it was a dime, but I think it did hit 87 one time. Now look at this, folks. That is an old style. Phil got this. Fingernail clippers. And we're thinking that silver part there, look, it stayed silver. Huh. We'll, I'll look that up, Google that. We'll see who makes that. There is a mark there, I see.
Yeah.
Not that I can tell. I think it's upside down. Cool. I don't think I've ever seen anybody find anything like that.
Do you need a manicure right now?
No, I'll pass on
I didn't
that.
have
Thank
time
you.
to do it anyway.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Got a Mercury up here, so we know the place hadn't been detected.
Hey, see if you can get a date off that piece.
I know I can't see it. It looks like probably a 30s one. Just
my cataracts,
guessing.
my eyes are a little blurry anyway.
Yeah, I can't see it. Well, that's good news. How did it ring?
83, 84?
Yeah, my numbers were real jumpy when I went over it, but good job, Phil. That's a yeehaw, right?
Yep, yeehaw.
Yeah.
I'll take that's better than them scrap irons.
There you go. I know you get sick of digging that.
Morning, Pete.
Are you ready to dig with Mr. Shipley?
Sure.
Is he easy to get along with, or are we going to have trouble?
I think he can. You got to watch his left. He's got a good left hook.
Because he told me that you're the one that's difficult to get along with.
He's one of
the stories I heard about him last
I'm not
night,
going to mess
said,
with Phil
okay.
because he's one of those Mechanicsburg toughs. So I'm going to change my clothes so that we can go metal detecting.
We're not going to get that on video.
I think this is a treat getting to go out with Pete Floyd and with Phil Gaver. So I'm looking forward to it. Although right now, Ohio is covered with crops. It's like scratching the worst of the worst to find a spot to metal detect right now, especially while it's dry.
Yeah, a nice collection of fleas too. That's how dry it is.
Yeah, it is extremely dry.
Pete and I abandoned the place yesterday. I told the landowner, he gave us permission, and I told him that's the lawn. I said we can't do your yard.
Greetings and welcome to Drama in the Dirt. I'm Pete Floyd, or Dr. Drama, and with me is
Phil Gaver
and
Greg Shipley.
and we're ready to dig in the dirt. You ready?
I'm ready.
Clank 'em
Go,
up.
boys.
Okay, there we go. Hot dog.
Head, actually farther down this, I found it like actually back another 10, 15 feet behind this, so there's stuff all the way down the slope, but I found oil lamp parts and all kinds of stuff out here in the field at 50 yards out. So it was a nice old homestead, and it's on the 1864 Logan
It's on the 64.
At the base of the hill, you think there's anything at the base of that hill?
There could be, there's springs down. Bottles, someplace out along this edge, I know that there's a privy. When we find that sucker, there's going to be some good bottles in it.
Yeah.
Thing I'm going to keep today. It's not going to go in the tray.
All right.
Nice harmonica
Oh,
reed.
it's a full one too.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
Hey, thanks, Pete.
Oh yeah, great. A goat bell's what we'd call it.
Yeah.
Good job.
That thing was popping at about an 81 once I got the ground over. It was 73 and then it went up to an 81 once I got the plug off.
Great.
Looks like it's going to be complete. Cool.
Now what are those made of? It looks like tomback, but somebody said that's not true.
I wonder if this is the material that followed pewter, and it was called Britannia.
Okay.
Lots of teapot
That's good
sets.
to know because I'll look that up because I want to do some research. It's like Crotal bells, same thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So you said it's called what?
Britannia.
Britannia. And what was the alloy?
Well,
Pewter
it was. I can't tell you that. I just know I've read where they talk about that the British came up with a different combination of material that had more luster and a little more resilient than true pewter. So.
Right. Now tomback actually has arsenic in it, as I read.
It does. It does. I believe that the British Far East trade they encountered in Siam is where tomback material was first seen by British individuals, and they determined that they were using arsenic to create that lustrous look. So
I'll be darned. I got flatware.
I don't see any touch mark or anything, but anyhow, cool little bell.
Pewter. Flatware.
Yeah, part of a little pewter flat tableware.
Yeah.
Sometimes they've got. You might almost have the.
That's a solid 63.
Part of the maker's mark may be
62.
impressed on one side of that or the other. Yeah. Very good.
Okay, Greg.
I wouldn't have to squint if I had brought my glasses.
I got plenty in the car.
I do too.
I'm dead on my feet if I don't have my glasses. Your wall with those. They're beautiful. That's an excellent piece.
It looks like that's going to clean up pretty nice.
It's forged.
Yeah, the nice flat surfaces and everything that they do on it.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
At first, whatever it is.
Whoops, I about stepped on your machine. We just came over here to see what Mr. Gaver was up to. I think it came off your shovel. Your buzz came off your shovel. No? Sounds big, doesn't it? Soil surgery.
Huh?
Soil surgery.
Evidently. That looks like the one that
Phil
Tom
got iron
Holliday found the other day, a little bit bigger, but he shined his all up.
Make sure we're not zoomed. You know, it's beautiful. Polish that up, and we got all that there.
And harmonica reeds.
Oh, well, here, I'll show you mine. Here, how's that?
All right.
I already put one of them in the
Am I
truck.
making you look bad?
Yeah, that looks like I think you dug a president's peace medal.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it's just the blank. They didn't get the president's.
Didn't get it struck. Well, sadly, we got rained out before we could really get some great finds. I got to go out first. I'm in front wheel drive is all I've got. Everybody else has got four wheel. So the hayfield obviously is going to be slick. So we'll see if I can get by her, Phil Gaver. This is a steep hill. Fortunately, we went up the hill on the way in dry, but there's no way I would get up this hill in this wet stuff. Boy, that's a steep hill. Look at that thing. Going down the mountain. Of course. Made it out. All right. Phil's got some finds here. We got a little bit of battery left, so I'm going to see it. We've got the Merc, which turned out to be a 40, right?
Yeah, 1940.
And then the Clad. You got 2 quarters. And then we've got a strap hinge, and then your usual stuff. That's part of a ball jar lid. And that's
Weed sprayer tip.
yeah,
or
weed
something?
sprayer tip. And then just your usual stuff. This is a hot brick. It's probably got some kind of metal in it. So good job, Phil. Thanks.
Thank you. We'll go down to the next place now.
Yeah, well, we're going to get rich down there. I know it. What's the big silver? It's all beat to heck, isn't it?
The big silver piece is a 3.65 ounce silver cob. And you can see little dig marks in
that's
it.
Spanish,
Pete,
yeah.
they were everybody that ever transactioned with. They didn't trust that it wasn't silver coated something else, so they dug their knives in the middle of it.
This is all I have. Is one of these and one of those.
Now this one right here is the Grenadier Squaws Village below Columbus.
Which
down
one?
the Circleville area. This is 1656 cob struck coin that I recovered back in 2014. A friend of mine took me down to Grenadier Squaws Village, and for some the Indian natives from one hand to the other until it ended up in Ohio, laying in the dirt. This group right here, these 11 coins I dug in a cache from a Keystown site on the south edge of Bell Fountain.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Years ago, they were probably the gun maker.
I tried to catch up on your Facebook page the other day, just see what you're up to. You're up at Fort Laramie?
Yeah, we were up there yesterday again too. We finished up. Matt was the manager of the Wayne Home Construction, and he said, "Hey, Greg, they're grading the yard right now," and he says, "There's a little piece of that china that you're always looking for." And we went down there, and that was right within 18 inches of the corner of the garage foundation, 90-degree turn. And I thought, well, this.
is
There we go.
a little brown, but they're blue on their back and on their head.
He found an exploded piece of a 6-pounder cannonball shell from Anthony Wayne period that I had the other piece of years ago.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Yeah, these were found 6 years apart.
Oh my goodness.
So there's the fuse plug.
Right. I got a little.
And then Dan,
Remarkable.
I said he told me where he found this, and I said, Dan, that's real close to where the other piece came from. And he sent me pictures of it. But what was crazy, I sent him pictures of mine, and he said, Greg, look at that radius indentation. He said, I think that looks like it lines up with my piece. And so I took it up there. I took it up there the other day, and we discovered that they were mates. So he starts metal detecting where this was at, and 2 feet away was a complete 6-pounder cannonball. Just sent me the pictures. I'll show you pictures of it. It is amazing. It was right in the front yard of the old 1820 house, and Mr. Fleckenstein, who was born there, he said, I've been walking over top that my whole life down in the underneath my grass yard.
You know, people just don't realize what they're walking on.
Yeah, so you truly do never know what you're going to find in the ground.
Just unbelievable.
So I always tell the kids when I give them programs, history's under your feet. So.
One of those street guys.
Yeah. I've been known to stop traffic in their van on the square.
We played
Right in the middle of the street.
I played this guy at least twice, and I believe it was 2 times in football when Mechanicsburg was one of the powers of this region, and I never won a game against Mechanicsburg in high school football.
I have that closed. Somebody got silver today, and I didn't.
89. Yeah, I got silver.
I still like you.
That's all right.
Big, so welcome to Drama and the Nerd. Now we're glad you're with us. How you doing?